Welcome back here to the Sports Mix on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Colin McLaughlin here as I'm now joined on the phone lines by the manager of the Post 60 Knights, Steve Everhart, as his team takes on Berkeley Post 14 tonight, as we just heard from Post 14's manager Trip Tobin. But Coach Everhart now with me. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for joining me here this afternoon. Let's talk about your season. Haven't got to see you guys, and unfortunately, as of right now, unless I can pull some strings and find somebody to help out in studio, I won't see you until the tournament next week. But how's the season gone for your ball club?
Well, beyond expectations. Being only the third year, we started out as we have in the past, hoping for 500 season and hoping to finish in the top two to make it to states. So we think we're going to finish over 500. So 1 out of 3 is not bad so far. The rest has yet to be written. But no, the team's gelled really well. The players that aren't the Hedgesville players who are filling out the roster are really they're really coming through when needed. Like this past weekend when we had the trip to Charleston, when we played Post 65, and then when we played Beckley, we were missing 4 key guys, and the guys came through. It's about knowing their roles. They know their roles. They know when they're needed, and when they come in, they're doing their best. Like Chase Stotler from Berkeley Springs, he came in. Gave us 5 solid innings, struck out 5, and that's been his best outing, and that was when we really needed it this weekend. Luke Utterback, we were missing Trenton Canarium this weekend. He stepped in, caught 2 games on Sunday. Wyatt Zimmerman had a little bit of a hand issue, so we didn't put him behind the plate. But Luke's bat on Saturday and Sunday was more than we had expected. So these younger guys that are stepping in, they're learning a lot. I think they're acting like a sponge, taking all they can from these older guys and putting it to use. So the team's getting along really well, and it's going well. We're hoping we finish the other 2 goals out.
Your team's sitting at 13-6, it looks like, here, according to Game Changer. Only a few games left in the regular season, but 3 big games for your team, all area games. Tonight, it's against Berkeley Post 14, and then over the weekend, you get the 2 matchups against Potomac Valley Post 64. So what are you guys kind of trying to strategize and have prepared for these 3 games to potentially have you guys as the 1 seed heading into next week's area tournament?
Well, we definitely want to win tonight. We know it's going to be tough. It's always tough against Post 14. They're always good. What we don't want it to come down to is we don't want it to come down to a coin flip. Say we do take both. Say we lose tonight and take both games against Potomac Valley. I don't know what it comes down to, a coin flip or runs earned, runs allowed. We don't want it to come down to that. We want it
sounded
to be,
like it might be runs earned and then runs allowed, possibly from talking with Tripp earlier in the show.
Right.
So.
I've tried not to think about that.
Which is a fair thought to have. You want to win first. Yep. I'll let you continue. So, sorry.
Yeah, leave no doubt. But we're also not looking past Potomac Valley either, because I don't write anybody off. Last year we played the Smithburg Blue Crabs twice, and we beat them the first game and just hammered them. And then we came back the second game a couple weeks later and took them for granted, and they just pounded us. So I'm not taking anybody for granted. You just never know what's going to happen. It all looks good on paper, but you still got to play the game. So we're just looking on winning the next, trying to win out, keep the record where it's at, and get the 1 seed, and then hopefully finish in the top 2.
Your team last time around against Berkeley Post 14 here in the regular season got a 2-1 win in extra innings. It was, I believe, the first win for your program, as it's only been 3 years in existence, as you mentioned earlier, over Berkeley Post 14. How much did that mean for your program as a stepping stone to continue to build upon success so far?
Well, that was huge. Like I said, we're not going to rest on our laurels, but that was huge because, correct, that was the first time that we beat them, and with them being previous, a former state champion, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So we've never shied away from competition, and Trip and Post 14, they always come at us, and we always go at them, and it's usually always a good game, and we're just hoping we come out on top again.
Have you made a decision as to who you might be starting tonight, or have you guys still been thinking about it before first pitch at 7 p.m.?
We're still thinking about it because of the rain delays and who pitched this past weekend. Unfortunately, I can't really give you a definitive answer. That's going to be a game-time decision. So
that's fine. I understand.
I'd love to give you a little nugget, but I can't.
That's okay. You mentioned, obviously, weather, and it's played a huge factor this summer. It feels like a lot more than previous summers. For you as a manager of the team, how difficult is it to really navigate because of postponements and moving these games around and having a few area games, obviously, that you have to play in a season before the postseason begins, which is why you now have 3 games here in the next 4 days of all being area games?
Well, so Trip and I always schedule early, and we get our games locked in. There's usually just one in June and one in July, and it's usually early July. So, it's not that big of a deal with us. But Potomac Valley was going through some changes with as far as who was taking over that program from Matt Healy, and so the delay, we were probably a month past due from where we should have scheduled, and that was one of the factors as to how those games ended up towards the end of the season. So we had to wait on the new manager or new head coach to get a hold of us and schedule those games, or we would have scheduled those a lot earlier as well. So and then that's what happens whenever you have the rainouts and they get pushed back. I had to cancel on Cumberland tonight. I hate to do that because he's had problems getting games this year, but the area games come first. But sometimes it happens. We got to get them in. That's the main thing. Even if we got to play a doubleheader on Sunday or something like that, or even in the Monday, because the area tournament's not starting until Wednesday.
And speaking of that area tournament, you guys will be hosting it as your home venue at Hedgesville High School. What are you looking forward to when the other 2 area teams come and play?
You mean as far as the competition? Or?
Yeah, I guess just in general, getting the chance to host and hopefully being, as you said earlier, one of those 2 teams. And I guess also to make it a 2-part question, how weird is it ending the season against them and then going straight into the postseason to play against them?
Yeah, it is weird. That's a very good word to use. Yeah, we're going to be very familiar with each other, that's for sure. So, you really, I don't even know if you want to show what you got as far as pitching, other than the fact that, sometimes the seeding does and sometimes it doesn't matter when it comes to the area tournament. We'd like to finish first and get that first day bye. We've never had it, so, it's kind of a superstitious thing. The last 2 years we had to play the first night and then come back the second night and had to play 2 games and get knocked out. So we'd like to have that 1 seed just to see how it is and see how we handle it and go from there. Not really sure who we're going to, what cards we're going to show over the next several days till Sunday. But when we come into the area tournament, it's just going to be a all hands on deck, and it's going to be full bore. I can tell you that much.
All righty. Coach Everhart, anything else? If not, best of luck tonight.
Well, for the area tournament, just to give you a heads up, on Wednesday night, we're going to have our Legion there, and we're going to honor them. We have a special gift to give them. They've been so supportive of us, especially the auxiliary. We're going to have one of the members throw out first pitch, and then the next evening, Thursday night, we're going to have the future Stars of the Diamond. We're going to have a 8U team there. We're going to have as many of those little guys there throw out first pitch as well. And then Friday night, based on how he does in the draft, whether or not he's going to be around or he may be shipped out, Kyle West is going to throw out the first pitch Friday night. So we're excited about hosting and excited about the games coming up, and looking forward to seeing everybody there.
All righty. Thank you, Coach, for your time today. Best of luck tonight, and looking forward to broadcasting that area tournament next week.
Sounds good. Look forward to seeing you guys there. Thanks again.
Thank you, as that was Steve Everhart, manager of the Post 60 Knights, as they play Berkeley Post 14 tonight. Unfortunately, as of now, will not be able to provide coverage of that game for you. Obviously, flying solo, so can't be in the studio and be out doing play-by-play, but next week when Nick's back in town, we'll have that for you, and weather affects us all. So if there wasn't rain, it'd be a different story, but nothing we can control there.